Welcome YouTube, Chef Ricky here at Chef Tips UK, and today we're going to be cooking a T-Rex. That's right, you heard it. No, all jokes aside, I've got a really nice piece of ribeye here, and this is on the bone. It's called a tomahawk. As you can see, it's an absolutely massive piece of meat. So, how do you cook a tomahawk? I mean, I've seen people out there, they got the really nice, expensive, £5,000 griddle tops. I ain't got one of them. You've probably not got one of them. So, this is how to cook a tomahawk with basic kitchen equipment. So, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to wrap the bone up. A, so I've got something to hold, and B, just to stop it burning. So to do that, I've just got a little bit of tin foil, and I'm just going to place it on the bone, and I'm going to wrap it around like so. It don't have to be neat, we just need something to sort of, you know, work with. Right, one thing to mention, I've got the oven on, about gas mark 7, just going to turn that out, gas mark 8. This has been sat at room temperature without any packaging or anything on it for about 2 hours, just to really make sure it's come up to room temperature. So first thing, we're going to sear it, and then we're going to cook it in the oven. You can sear it, get sort of tray like this, because of the bone, you can't really sear it in a pan. So you can just get the tray on the heat and sear it in the tray. But I want to do something a little bit differently. I want to sear it with a blowtorch. So I've got a blowtorch here. It's a pretty good one. I'm just going to get it on, and I'm just going to run it across the steak, just like so. And as you can see there, it's colouring that meat up. All I want to make sure I do is don't set fire to anything. Lovely. Get the sides. The tray will be hot, I've just learnt that. So yeah, all you want to do is just go around the whole steak, if you are going to use a blowtorch, and just sear in the skin. Lovely. Now it's going to colour up a bit in the oven, so it doesn't need to be massively coloured. Beautiful. Obviously, if you are going to use a blowtorch, just be really careful. You don't set fire to everything in your house. Maybe I should put a disclaimer with this video. So as you can see there, that's done a really nice job of searing in that meat. We're just going to flip it over, get it on that side. Look how quick that's colouring. barbecue in here. So pretty much got all this coloured up. I'm just going to colour the top up a bit more. And I think that is seared enough to go in the oven. Beautiful. I might just eat it like that. Nice bit of blue steak there. So what I'm going to do is just get a bit of olive oil, drizzle that over the steak. I'm going to go salt, pepper, loads of nice pepper in there. I'm just going to rub that in there, rub it onto the skin, onto the sides even. Season that side. Really generous with your seasoning on that, on this. Rub it all in there. Rub it all in. Get it really nice and seasoned. Your hands are washed. Now I'm going to put this in the oven for, it's going to take about 20-25 minutes. I'm just going to keep checking it sort of every 10 minutes just to see how it's doing. So drop that in the oven. Right, to go with this, I'm going to make a really nice garlic and rosemary butter. And this is going to be sort of like a warm butter. Once I take it out, I'm going to rest it on the board and I'm just going to sort of drizzle this over the top of the steak whilst it's resting, just to let all that, this nice garlic and rosemary flavour and buttery flavour just rest into the steak. Just really nice. Right, so I've got a pan here and we're just going to put that on, but we're just going to sort of turn it onto the lowest setting. I'm just going to have that really low, and I'm going to go in there. I'm not going to put all the butter in there just yet. We've got half a garlic. And then all we're going to do with this is, I don't want the butter to burn, I just want it to be warm. So that's why we're going to keep it on quite low. And then once this butter's melted, I'm going to add the garlic to it, add the rosemary in it, and then that's just going to cook the garlic out. I'm going to cook the garlic out, and it's just going to infuse into this really nice garlic and rosemary butter. Right, so our butter's nice and melted now, and we're just going to stick that garlic in there, and we're going to stick that thyme in there. One thing you notice you didn't hear then is any sizzling. That is literally how low I've got the pan. That steak's going to take about 20 minutes, so we're literally just going to leave this just to stew, just to sort of really infuse, just to gently warm it, gently add a really nice flavour to it. I don't want to burn the garlic. When garlic burns, it gets really bitter. I want like a really nice, fresh, garlicky zing to the butter, because we've got a really nice piece of steak there and I want it to be finished really nice. Right, so this butter's been cooking for about 10 minutes now. The garlic's gone all soft, as you can see here. It's all come out the shell and stuff. So I'm going to actually just turn the heat off on that now, and then I'm just going to sit it here. The oven's on, so that should stay pretty warm, and then whilst that's just cooling down a little, that'll just let all that flavour just infuse that bit more. That should be really garlicky, really rosemary, be really nice. And what we'll do is we'll just nappe that on top of the steak once we take it out of the oven. Still in the oven, I flipped it over a couple of times. It's looking pretty good. Right, so I'm going to take this steak out. It's been in for about 15 minutes. And I think personally it's been in for long enough. I've had a little touch of it. Look at that. Really nice colour on it. Really nice. Really nice and spongy. I think that's perfect. I think by the time that's rested in that, that should be lovely. Off the tray there, I'm just going to drop that into that garlic butter, just to give it like a really nice sort of mintiness. Turn this around. Right, so I've got this garlic butter here that I've also added the meat juices to, and all I'm going to do is just baste that over the top of the steak. I mean, it smells, it smells absolutely divine, this butter does. But that should just seep in to the steak whilst it's resting. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So, the importance of resting a piece of meat. I've spoke about it numerous times now. So we are just going to let this steak rest. You've got to try and resist that temptation to cut in, because all I want to do is get my knife in that and eat it just with my bare hands. It looks so nice, it smells beautiful, but we're going to leave that for about 10 to 15 minutes to rest. Right, so we've been resting this steak for about 10-15 minutes. It's looking nice. One thing I was going to say, you can probe it if you're a bit unsure on cooking stuff. So probe it. I spoke about this in my steak video I did previously. You know, if you're wanting it sort of medium rare, take it up to about, you know, 53, 52 degrees. Let it rest up to 55, sort of what you want for a medium rare. So I'm just going to start, I'm just going to tuck into this. I don't know where to start. Obviously these bits are going to be like a bit more cooked. So I think I'll just, you know, start slicing into that. And that looks absolutely divine. Beautiful. I mean, you can see it, I mean, that's cutting really nicely. Look at that. That is beautiful. I mean, you can serve this, you could serve this as a really posh Sunday dinner. You probably get 2-3 people out of this. Personally, this is just for me. No, the girlfriend who's currently recording is eyeing me up. I believe she might want a bit. She's not having any. So look at that. I mean, that is just, oh. It just looks beautiful, doesn't it? Work of art, that. So I waited long enough. I'm getting my knife into that. Straight in my mouth. That is just heavenly. And that garlic and thyme is just coming, the garlic and rosemary even, is coming through really nicely. I mean, I think it's one of them things I might have to eat a good few pieces of. Beautiful. That is beautiful. Really worth trying at home if you can get your hands on a big, nice big tomahawk like this. Really worth doing it. It's an expensive cut of meat, I can guarantee you it's worth it. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, drop it a like, drop it down in the comments below what you want to see me cook next, and until next time, I'm going to have my dinner. The cameraman's not having any. No, you're not. And until next time, keep on chefing.